This is Imagethief. Recently, my family and I went to Xi'an for the weekend. We did what every tourist does in Xi'an. We went to see the Terracotta Warriors. But the cold truth is that you're kept at a distance, and you end up seeing the same thing you've seen in photographs all those years. The highlight of the actual Terracotta Warriors exhibit was a 360-degree movie so bad it actually crashed the software in my phone, and the amount of attention paid to my son by the local ladies. We also went to the museum, which was full of cool stuff, including guides to dynastic hair and lipstick styles. It was so cool that we had to wait in line for an hour, until we got to the front and found out that the line was for free tickets, and anyone willing to pay 20 RMB a pop could walk right in.
Yes, I am in line.
Only 6 more hours to go. But in the end, the living are always more interesting than the dead, and real life always more fun than museums. It turns out that the best Terracotta Warrior experience in Xi'an is not at Shihuang's tomb, or at any of its multimedia sideshows. It's in Clarence Guo's rental apartment, yours for only 500 renminbi a night, including 2 bedrooms, internet, and a fridge full of cheap beer. So we've been in Xi'an for a couple of days, and before we leave, what I wanted to do is give you kind of a tour of the apartment we're staying in, which has rather an unusual decorative style. So follow me inside, don't mind my son. And we're going to go in and we're going to have a quick look around. First, this is the living room, and as you can see, it's decorated in what might be called the Nouveau Terracotta Warrior fashion, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 9 Terracotta Warriors, one of which is functioning as my hat rack. Come on in and I'll show you around the rest of the apartment. It really, you'll see that this theme pretty much endures throughout all the rooms. So this is the master bedroom, currently being used by my father, Andrew, and as you can see here, we have in the wall of the master bedroom a series of 5 Terracotta Warriors and 1 Terracotta Englishman, embalmed in the best Qin Dynasty style. And of course the parting Terracotta Warrior with the lampshade on his head. What you can't see because we're having trouble turning on the lights right now is behind the headboard there's actually a fish tank full of Terracotta Warriors. Although whether or not having a piece of sheet glass as a headboard is a wise move, maybe we can leave subject to discussion. Also, you'll note that the bed is being held up by assembled ranks of Terracotta Warriors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 abreast by 6 deep, 36 Terracotta Warriors holding the bed up. I would suggest that you try to keep the nookie to a minimum because I don't know how stable that is exactly. In the kitchen, of course, Terracotta Warriors. These warriors are actually projecting into the other bedroom. We have 5 of them in here. We don't really have space for much else in the kitchen, but there's always space for Terracotta Warriors in an apartment in Xi'an. And let's come on out. We're using him to mind the sunglasses. Bathroom, of course. Obviously, if you're tending to your daily necessities, you want to make sure that you have warriors, including the small ones embedded in the walls, and of course the large tile Terracotta Warrior motif, and then holding up the counter here for variety 4 Terracotta Warriors. And that didn't really show up very clearly, but trust me, they're there. And then finally, in the second bedroom, a whole series of Terracotta Warriors, including a headboard entirely composed of Terracotta Warriors. It turns out that a Terracotta Warrior headboard is significantly better in theory than in practice, where it tends to be kind of hard and oddly shaped, and your arm gets kind of caught in between the warriors at night, and it's very uncomfortable. And then the little connecting window between this and the bathroom with 2 Terracotta Warriors. There's paper on the far side, actually, so you can't see people in the bathroom attending to whatever it is they may be attending to. So that's the apartment, and for 500 yen a night, you know, for 2 bedrooms, you really can't go wrong as long as your idea of a fabulous apartment is one that's entirely filled with Terracotta Warriors. The good news is that we haven't yet been sacked by a rival dynasty, and nobody has set fire to the place. So we've been enjoying it. One of the nice things about Clarence Guo's apartment is that it comes with the full range of Terracotta Warrior accessories, not including this. This is my son, and we brought him with us. But among the accessories that it includes are Terracotta Warrior costumes, and I have one here being modeled by my father, who's about the same size and dimensions as a Terracotta Warrior general. As to what you might do with a full set, and there's more than one, a full set of Terracotta Warrior costumes during a weekend in Xi'an, I leave that to your imagination. However, I would suggest that you don't do it with your father. Other accessories included police-style lighting in the bathroom, good for all you police shower fetishists, and, at a more practical level, Terracotta Warrior keychains and bottle openers. This is all stuff you could find at any cheap hotel in Xi'an, but Clarence had one thing that no hotel I've ever been in has offered. You want to just the head right in the, you going to be good?
Yeah.
You going to be good? All right, let's stand back. We're gonna try a guillotine demonstration. One of the most interesting accessories here in the apartment is a working guillotine, which, when you're traveling with a 2-year-old, is always the kind of thing you want to find in an apartment. I have here one of the local nectarines, and let's just see how the guillotine works. Stand back, Zachy. We don't want to lose any fingers or toes.
Oh, what's good. Excellent.
Yes, the Terracotta Warriors apartment, complete with fully functional guillotine. Zachary, you want some nectarine? No. So, perhaps not the best apartment for the accident-prone or litigious traveler, but as dangerous as the guillotine might seem, for sheer terror it had very little on Xi'an public transportation. So we couldn't get a taxi at all. This is the town of no taxis. This is the town with the fewest, surliest taxi drivers I've ever encountered in China. So the 3 of us, or rather the 4 of us, and a stroller, are currently packed into one of the 3-wheel Modis, making our way to the south gate. This is the smallest vehicle and the biggest traffic I have ever been in. Beep, 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 beep. It's also worth pointing out that this maneuver fails every measure of responsible American parenthood ever devised, but at least it's a story. Two-fisted driving action.